One of my good friends introduced me to Lupin the Third a couple of years ago, and I've really enjoyed slowly getting myself into the franchise. At this point, I still haven't seen a huge amount of Lupin material. So far, I've seen The Castle of Cagliostro, the Fujiko Mine TV series, the Jigen's Gravestone film, most of Crisis in Tokyo, a few episodes of the Red Jacket series, and most of the new Blue Jacket series, just to give you guys a context of my familiarity with the Lupin franchise. I'm definitely no Lupin expert, but I feel like I know enough to scrape by. This time I happened to find a copy of the 1996 Lupin the Third film, Dead or Alive, for about $5, and you bet your booty I picked it up. The film wasn't my favorite Lupin thing I've ever consumed. In fact, it was probably the least entertaining thing I've watched from the franchise thus far. But that doesn't mean that the film is, garbage or unwatchable. It just lacks a couple of things that I have really enjoyed in other installments. The film follows Lupin, Jigen, and Goemon trying to steal a treasure from a country whose king had recently passed away. They later get involved with General Headhunter, which is the current military ruler of the country and the main antagonistic force of the film. They also get involved with a rebel group that is going up against him, and then Fujiko shows up, and Zenigata shows up and does his Zenigata thing, and then the rest of the story plays out. The English dub of this film was produced by Funimation, and features the same voice cast of the main 5 characters as all of the other Funimation dubs back in the day. Personally, I really enjoy Sonny Straight's performance as Lupin, because of his really wacky and unique voice, but also his ability to play serious when he needs to.
Sorry, I forgot you don't like smoke.
His performance adds a well-rounded believability to the Lupin character. Chris Sabat as Jigen is also great in a very Chris Sabat way. He seems to be able to really play up Jigen's tougher and older devil-may-care attitude, but also be snarky and humorous when needed.
Oh, good God! You call this coffee?
Oh, I'm sorry, you wanted French vanilla?
I guess my main issue with the film is that it lacks the sort of over-the-top fun sense of adventure that are embodied by so many of the other Lupin installments that I've seen. I know that the more whimsical style of Lupin is very much inspired by Hayao Miyazaki's interpretation of the character, and Monkey Punch's Lupin can be more of a rough, drunken, lecherous crook, but I feel as if this film was trying to do a little bit of both, but they went about it in a way that turned whimsy into boredom. What I mean by that is that it's possible to tell a serious Lupin narrative, which this was considering the plot, but in a way that was interesting and engaging. Looking at you, Fujiko Mine, the Lupin cast had relatively little meaningful screen time within the course of the film, and the things they did do weren't all that interesting, save for just a few scenes. Most of the film was dedicated to the side characters and their drama, which I found to be an interesting premise, but with a boring and confusing execution that relied too much on small plot twists, and it was hard to keep track of what was going on. Maybe that's something I can reevaluate with a few more viewings, so I'm open to amending my criticism if I find that that's the case. The most interesting fact about the film is that it's the first Lupin the Third anime property to be directed by Monkey Punch, and the last. Monkey Punch confessed that directing the film wasn't an idea that he was very excited about, and most of what saved the film was the voice actors and other people who were involved with the project stepping in and picking up the slack. Even so, considering this is the only Lupin anime he had an active role in, it's worth checking out to get a sense of his own personal cinematic interpretation of his own work. If you're looking to watch this film for yourself, sadly it is out of print, but hopefully it will be rescued by Discotek Media like many of the other Lupin specials. If you're looking for other Lupin things to get into, my top recommendation for starters is The Castle of Cagliostro, or if you're a fan of Cowboy Bebop, which you should be, check out The Woman Called Fujiko Mine, currently in print and streaming from Funimation. And as of this video, Crunchyroll has all 4 mainline Lupin series available for streaming. Thank you all for joining me for this really short review. And hopefully this won't be the last Lupin thing I do a video on, because I'm still very excited to get more into the franchise. Hopefully I can at least finish up part 4 pretty soon. Please subscribe to my channel for future videos and updates, and I hope to see you all again very soon. Thank you.